The Hebrew text in the Bible has hidden formats. By revealing these formats, I will prove the first writer's words were hidden from you. These formats look like poetry as I group them into small paragraphs. Their grouping will become known as a psalm, and together they become psalms. Let me show you our Creator's 12 commandments, listed in Exodus chapter 20, verses 1 through 17. Any father of a family or his wife who did not obey any one of these 12 commandments, our Creator demanded they bring him a sin offering. Thus, our Creator defined the word sin as not obeying any one of these 12 commandments. Next, I want to show you how I changed one word in Exodus 26, verse 26, the word bars to arches, and the words now reveal the style of the roof for our Creator's tent for meeting with Him. Let me show you the translator's words from the preface of the 1611 King James Bible. They gave 4 reasons for themselves or others to edit the Bible's words. The red arrow at the top points to their 3rd reason to edit the text. By the light and feeling we attained unto ourselves. The next red arrow down points to them giving the title, the Divine, to a clerk named Gregory. The next block of words, they point out they were happy that the first emperor of Rome established the year to the course of the sun. Behind this text means Nebuchadnezzar ordered his kingdom to follow our Creator's calendar when he stopped eating grass. Did you notice the letter S in sun is capitalized? This is to give respect to the Egyptian sun god Ra. Have you seen the Egyptian obelisk in the Vatican's front yard? The last arrow points to your reward for studying the Bible. Your reward is to have a fellowship with the saints and participation of a heavenly nature that will never fade away. There is no such thing as nature to a truthful Christian. Our Creator created everything. By their own words, they were not seeking to know our Creator or Jesus. Not everyone has the knowledge to correct every word. I have an old Bible program that has the New American Standard Bible 1977 concordance to help find a better word. Their concordance has the number of times they use that English word in a parenthesis for that Hebrew word. The translators removed his name, YHVH, to put in 2 titles, Lord and God. I replaced those titles using the letters Y and V as his name, for the Hebrew language does not have a J, O, or W. By using these 2 letters, I am closer to the truth than anyone using J, O, or W for his name. So why is there a single letter O in the Hebrew text 1,095 times? No proper English was used? The blue highlighted text is text that I am removing. The red highlighted words are little words that I'm adding. Gray italic words are words that I added. To respect and honor our Creator, all capital letters in purple are our Creator's words. This is Jesus' prophecy, for I am revealing the first writer's words to tell you the true truths about Jesus. As the text is revealed, you can taste the writer's style of wording. Their words will take your belief to trusting our Creator. You will be watching prophecy before your eyes as I edit true truths back into their psalms. Okay, sorry about that. I'm trying to connect my my tablet to connect to my other computer. Just a second. Maybe it needs an update. Nope. Looks like I gotta do something here with that. But that isn't working again today. I tried a few things. That was the last resort, but I should have been prepared. Sorry about that. So what I want to do is I want to start out to let you know what this is right here. So I got to go over here, and when I click on it, it says it's the capital of Assyria. And then this name here, it's like a native of whatever, and that's not true. All the prophets are from a certain tribe, or are from the tribes, and they go by their tribe's names. So right off the bat, this here is wrong. And vision is better than oracle, because oracles are what pagans get. Visions are what prophets get. Now this, I need to say, because it doesn't have an S, so it's going to be a vision, not the vision, a vision. Through, not of him, but through him. Our Creator speaks through these prophets. Oops. And then I get to get rid of this word. A jealous and avenging. Now this, they're trying to put in a title God. I'm going to get rid of that. EL is the Hebrew definition for God, or title for God. Well, it is our, and I got to bring them up a little bit, is our, and it has to be Lord YV, so I can use that title, and then get rid of his name here. Now this is telling me that should be it. Either that's a 4-verse or a I'm trying to read this verse to see if it's going to help me here to figure out what's going on. What I'm looking for is one major word and another major word in a verse, okay? Such as one here and one here, one here, one here, one here, and one here. Now, oops. This might not even be in here. This might all go out. A vision through Nahum. A jealous and revenging. Jealous and avenging. That doesn't sound right. It's not reading right. It could be just a vision through name from our Lord YV. This is the way it might start out, but we'll see as I go. Is avenging and wrath. YV takes vengeance on. He doesn't have adversaries, so it has to be our enemies, because that they've got. But our creator doesn't have any enemies. That's just stupid talk. And reserves his wrath for enemies. This is just wrong. He doesn't reserve it at all. So for vengeance. This, if I put the word for here and add that and get rid of this, then I've got a 3 verse and this is a 3 verse. Well, I'm going to just make this 8 point and say that the format is going to be the first verse is a statement, and then you can see how these two hook together. I should have mentioned that earlier. And then this is here, although that, well, this one might be reading out of place. This, if I go like this and say move up 1 verse, and then take this here, make it 8 point then, and then go up here, moved, here. Now, YV takes, and that doesn't read right either. I thought if I got it up there, it would read better for me. But if I replace this back down here, get rid of it there and get rid of this, then you can see that this is this. Um, this is just goofy because there's so many different ways I could cut this down to 3, so that needs to be worked on later. Is slow to... Well, if he's our creator, we know that this is not what they would be saying. You know, though we know that this is wrong. And we know that this is wrong. Guess maybe I should go through and find out what's right and wrong. He rebukes the sea and makes dry up all the rivers of Bashan and Carmel. Bashan is a fake kingdom. It never existed. It was supposed to belong next to Ammon's or Edom and Ammon's and Edom's, one way or the other. They're on the they're on the east side of the Jordan River. They thought that's where you'll find this kingdom, but there's no battles of them when they come through and clean it up to take possession of the land. Carmel is a mountain in Lebanon. Shake because of the hills will dissolve. Earth is up to evil and all the inhabitants. Well, we know that this is, in Psalms, I've got smoke coming out of his nose and fire coming out of his mouth. So don't think this ain't that bad for being stupid. But we got a volcano god in Psalms. So who can stand before us in the nation and burning anger and wrath pour out like fire and rocks and broke them up? Nope, that's just not true. Why he is good, a stronghold in the day of troubles, and he knows those who take refuge in him. But with an overflowing flood, well, we know that that's wrong. He will make complete end of the sight and pursue his enemies into the darkness. He doesn't need to. Everything is his. Our Creator is that awesome. In fact, everything is our Creator. That's the only way I can state this, to be most truthful and honest to you. Parts of him. This is part of him. He can gather it and mold it and put it out there any way he wants. Remember, our Creator existed in his emptiness. So there was only his emptiness and him. Okay? And then he separated himself, made heaven, the time and space. And then he sent part of himself back in, and that's the universe. And you know how big the universe is? That's just part of him. Okay? So, but scaling doesn't seem to be anything. Whatever you devise against YV, he'll make a complete end and not raise up twice. Well, we know that you can't do anything against our Creator, so you can't do anything. Like tangle horns, those who are drunken with their drink, they are consumed like stubble and wither. Gone forth who plot evil against YV, a wicked counselor. That's just not true. But I've got some words here that are true. Even says YV. Though they are full. This color text means that was added in 1977. So I usually get rid of them until I absolutely have to need them. This says YV, though they are full. And likewise many, even so they will be cut off and pass away. Though I have afflicted you, I'll afflict you no longer. And whatever he's saying here doesn't make any sense. Because it's supposed to be up here that this starts. So I will afflict you no longer. This would have to come from they're in captivity, and this would be after they were in Babylon. Then that Assyria, or I guess it could be after Israel's gone. Break the bars from upon you. Will tear off your shackles. Whatever he has issued. Man concerning you, your name will no longer. I will cut off idols and images. Oops, that was my mistake here. And this is the Hebrew word that they use for the title God as well. But I found it's better with its being as creators or creator. And in other words, get rid of in the first page of Genesis, just replace the word or title God with creator or our creator. Our creator created, and our creator made this, our creator made that. So that's why that title fits better than God, title God. This doesn't make sense. Prepare your grave. Behold on the mounts the feet of him. There is no mountains in Israel, so this has to be hills if it's going to be any word. Who brings good news, who announces peace. Celebrate your feast. Well, there was a celebration, and it wasn't a feast. It was it was a statute or law to celebrate his passing over, and it starts on the first day of his year, and that would be the summer solstice. Celebrate this. This can't be right, because celebrate, it needs 8 days. On the first day, and then another 7, and that is assigned in the Sinai when they got there, because the first Passover they couldn't do this next 7. So never again will the wicked one pass through you. He will cut off completely. Now this, I'm just going to say, is no good. This is just stupid words here. This is not true. There's not enough to go with it. This, I thought there might have been something. This is too far apart, I think, for me trying to do anything with it. Or at least say that it could be used. That's still a possibility, and so is that. So, okay. One who scatters has come upon you, come against you. Man from war, fortress. Watch the roads. Strengthen your back. Summon all your strength. Why we will restore the splendor of. Well, we know that one of these is wrong, and that would be this here. Even though the disasters have devastated them, devastators have devastated them. Destroyers of vine branches, well, that's not important. The shields of his mighty men. Read the warriors. Were dressed in scarlet. The chariots. When he is prepared. Oh, Cyprus is only in. Well, that's a tree that grows around water. So, or actually in water sometimes. Now the thing here is hill country, they can't be using as chariots. So that's just wrong. Their appearance is like a torch. Torches. They dash to and fro like lightning. No, I don't think so. He remembers his nobles. They will stumble in their march. They will hurry to. Oops, female deity, gotta get rid of her. Hurry to the walls. I don't even know what the hell that word is. Neither does that. So let me take a peek here. A protector of some sort. That's the protection is set up. And the palace is dissolved. Okay, now here I would say this would kind of, I could say this. Well, wait a second. The gates are opened and the palace is destroyed. Another female deity in here was stripped, carried away. Eating her breast. Okay. Now this is just dumb. Okay, maybe that's a 4 verse. That can't be true, or it's in the wrong location. If this is a story of how Assyria is going to come down, they wouldn't be watching the roads. They're coming down in force. So they wouldn't be sitting in the forest. So what else would be this is in the wrong place for some reason. It just doesn't make sense. The devastated shields of mighty men and the warriors. I think you can get rid of something like that and end up with something like warriors are armored. The shields of his men are warriors in armor. This, they might have had like the leaders and the captains would have had chariots, but no, not like in Egypt where the ground is flat and you could really rush to cover a lot of area quickly. They're going to go up and down hills, 900 feet up and down, or go around wherever it's low. They're just going to send their horsemen wherever. Your members are nobles. That is a subject change. It is fixed up, it is stripped and carried away. It is fixed, stripped, and carried away. Oh, okay. I tried. And I'm really good at seeing the story and making sense of it, but we don't know who's coming, where they're coming from. Usually it has to be like from the north, the name, who they are. I mean, he's telling them what's going on. I mean, that's a prophecy is a prophecy. Okay. Well, Nineveh like a pool of water. Days now are there. Fleeing, stop, but no one turns back. Plunder the silver, plunder the gold. There's no limit to the treasure wealth from every kind of desirable object. She is empty, just melting knees are hearts are melting, knees are knocking. Oh, I think they're trying to create words of the destruction of Syria. This is no. So that's all out. And this wouldn't be a vision that he had. This would have to be a prophecy. Okay, that would make that true. Okay. A prophecy of this place. So this, and I would make it 8 point, but I'd make it yellow. Prophecy for this would be all yellow. And Nahum our prophet. Okay. This doesn't need to be here. If I'm getting the story right here. Our Lord, why thee? Will have vengeance on our enemies, on our enemy, EY. Okay. And this would not be there. This would have to be word for YV will get rid of that, not. Get rid of that. Add that. Not leave you unpunished, because he's talking about the city. So this would be, how do I, red. Okay. And this might go with that. So let me put that back like this. One who scatters is not has, but will. This is prophecy. Will come against you. And that means that goes with one who scatters. I don't think that's the right word. Actually, it's a, this is what I got to show you. It's a little weird, but here in the text, I clicked on this to see what it is, but you see it's got 3 words here, so they made it one who scatters. Okay. that means they're trying to sneak something in the text. Okay, to me. Who is stronger? I gotta say that. I don't need the word the or who. One who. Who is stronger? Okay, now that, I guess that's my word, so let me add that. Will come against you. Now I just need to see if this is following with the text that's up here. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? I do need to add like the word for. Who is go unpunished? Who is strong? Yeah, I can leave it just as it is. But that's how far this is going to separate. Okay. So this is going to be a period. This is going to be a comma. Because now this tells me it's a 4-verse, believe it or not. Wow. But that's what happens. I'm digging. I'm digging. So this one here has to be a prophecy for Nineveh. Nineveh. Okay, through Nahum, our prophet. Our Lord YV will have vengeance on our enemy. And then it's okay. Now let's do it then. Come against you. I don't think I can do this. This I don't think is there. So summon. And I wouldn't say summon. You can't summon. Summon is what a king does to bring a subject forward. So, but I'm going to add the word so here. So gather your strength. I think that sounds better. So gather. And since I'm going to say I'm going to use that, I do that. So gather your strength. And this isn't true. This is not true either. For the well, let me do a quick peek on this word here. Again, that's 2 words in a row. So, and it would have to be, if it's as prophecy, it's come from our Creator, it has to be my devastators will devastate. Let me see if I got a better word here. overwhelmed and overcome. Nope, my devastators. Nope, will devastate you or yours. Let me put yours in there first. So gather your strength, for my devastators will devastate yours, period. And that will go with this here, so I can get rid of that. And that looks like a 4 verse. Now, I am digging, okay? This is something here. This is not going to be needed. Let's say there. Mighty men are warriors in armor, are in, let's see, because if I say armors, I'm thinking of like knights that challenge each other in England, that type of thing, where they're fully armored. I don't think that's the warriors are. Their mighty men are warriors in shielding. That way they have things to cover their arms before armor, is what I'm saying. Okay. So they got to be something like that, but not in scarlet. So now I have that's a good 2 verse group. And if you know anything about Assyria, it is, now there's real mountains, okay? So they aren't going to go up and down mountains in chariots, okay? So, and they don't have, okay, maybe they're flashing their swords. Flashing. The flashings from their swords. No, this has to be swords. Flashing their swords. And prepared to march. So I'm going to use those words. But I got to use this as a verb. Prepared to march. That's 4 verse. The chariots, how about the horses? Their horses will race. I think that's get rid of this because you can't have Egyptian chariots all the way up and going in mountains. Their horses will race madly in your streets, in your cities. Has to be cities. The horses race madly in your streets. This is, I kind of really got this already said. This madly in your streets. They dash to and fro. Not stumbling. And that's just because I'm continually from reading. So the story, you're trying to put it together to the story. Stumbling, not stumbling from, oops, not form, from their marching. Their men will race madly in your cities. They will dash to and fro, not stumbling from their march. This can't be true. This has to be their army. Their army. Their army will race madly in your streets. They will dash to and fro, not stumbling from their marching. Now that's digging the mud, okay? Yours will to the walls, comma, and this word is more or less protect. protect guards. Guards. And pretty much adding this words. You will hurry to the wall and your guards will set up. This I need is a hyphen, so there aren't two words. Set up the gates of the river are open. Well, we don't. Now this might be what they're doing and not what they're trying to protect. Because if they're running around already in the city, this would be them hurry to hurry to well, hurry to and that doesn't guards. I don't know if setup is right now. They will hurry to your walls. And your gates will be opened. But we didn't have anybody storming over the walls. So then this verse is going to go above here. Then how do they will storm the walls. They will climb the walls. They will ladder the walls. I think the ladder would be and again ladder your walls and your gates will be opened. That's how they got in. Okay. Oh man. All right. It's working. To be to be carried away, to be taken. To be taken away, period. This is not right. This is not right. Fixed, she is stripped. Fixed is not right here. Let me see what they've got here. Fixed. Well, they've got some choices here, so established. It's almost like they got to be conquered and stripped to be as yours are. Boy, I don't like it because I'm doing so many of these that I have to be my words in here. As yours are captured. And stripped. To be taken away. Okay, now these two verses need to move up. Two verses up. Yeah, I can just do that. So let me go like this. Take that. I'm going to make them all 8-point. Because they want to go here. And then this, and then this, and this. Okay. Then they will ladder your walls, and your gates will be opened. Their army will race madly in your streets. They will dash 2 and 4, not stumbling from their marching. As you are captured and stripped to be taken away. Oh man, that is some digging out of the mud. Okay, but that's what my job is, to find the answer. Well, this has got to be a prophecy of what's going to happen to Assyria. So this is but what time? Who is going to? I'm trying to think of what time this is going to be said, because this because now that the prophecy is already done, they're already being taken away. So it's pretty much over. Yeah, they don't need to plunder the gold. You're being stripped and taken, so I don't need any extras here. Yeah, that's what the conquerors do. All the bloody city completely. Hmm. This was just out. Behold, I am against you. Now, I know there's plenty of prophecies about the destruction of Israel. So this is what I'm starting to see here, but I don't see it as starting as being said anywhere except for right here. No, they still aren't going to be chariots running around in Israel. Too many hill country, can't be doing that. Well, this is 3. Okay. Trying to figure out what no aiming is here. Oh, it's down further than that. Okay, you want to see you want to see corruption in the text. So let me bring you over here. Or maybe I got that wrong. When I click on this word, you can see that it was important enough that he needed to mention it. Now, when I click on the word no, it means no, but it's not really meaning no. It's meaning this together. But then the thing here is who is this? Example, God, Amen. So it's no God for them. Will be situated by the Noah, which is situated by the waters of the Nile. Now that isn't really good because what used to be in the text, like in Exodus, gave the where Cairo is located today used to be would be used once as the word or, and then it become the city known as Memphis. I've changed it to just be Cairo at the whole time. So when you read the text now, we all know where that's at. See, this is, you are no better than Cairo on the water. So this is just wrong. This is needed. This doesn't need to be said. Like they're talking about Egypt without limits. Ethiopia, might, and Egypt too, without limits. We aren't worried about things outside of Egypt or out of the promised land or anything to do without the Israelis. Big trees will be shaken and fall into the eater's mouth. Okay. Your fortifications are fig trees. That is a classic. No, no. Oh, like locusts, they're gonna come down, eat things up. Everybody's like grasshoppers all of a sudden and locusts. Well, they were gathered up. We told you, they just gathered them up and took them away. Brought them to Babylon. Okay. Now that's odd. There's no more to the text. So this is not true. None of that. So I'm going to take this, go down here, and place it there. And this is the beginning, so that was a note for me when I was doing editing. So this is going to be italic, blue, and 10 point. And this will be the same, italic, blue point, 10. Now, I'm hoping that I can, let's see, well, that didn't work. Oh, where did 2 go? Oh, there it is. Okay. Let me redo this again. It sometimes will work if I do it a second time. Just like that. That's good. That's to clean up some of the double spacing. And it didn't work worth a crap. Okay. This was a... How come all my editing went off? This was a comma. Yeah, and this was going to continue with that. So I at least remembered something. And to show you what I'm trying to do here is this here. See how it's got double spacing? It doesn't want to keep my old Hebrew format. So, oops. And then I gotta do that. Since I've done this already, I don't need that. Oops. Oh, that's good. And sometimes it makes me want to go through every verse here doing this. But this is the pain I go through of Microsoft not wanting to pay attention to the format I want. And then again, maybe I don't know how to set that up after all these years. No, that's not good. Yeah, see this? It's going like this. I need two spaces. And then this. Although I don't know if it's two spaces or one right now. So this is actually like this. And then this is not needed. Except for maybe if I get rid of that one. If I get rid of that one, it reads better. A prophecy for Nineveh through Nahum our prophet. YV will not leave you unpunished. Okay, so I need to get rid of this and this and this will be gone. So I can do this up here now. This, I'll just say I don't need it. Get rid of this because it was just me editing when I didn't need to. And to do this, then it's like that. Okay. So, save that. Okay, now my spacing will look better. And let me see. Okay. I'm just looking this over because now I don't need this. And see what it still did here. We actually just need ones. Okay, one, and then I need two here. And one, and then two here. And then there is text that was missing. Okay, where is that text that's missing? It was here. Now, plunder your silver, plunder your gold. That's one part of a verse. There is no limit. Okay, I might be able to use this text. Now, can't use any of that. Can't use any of that. This is repeating the, so let me see. Be taken away. What happened here? This is 11 point, okay. Just looks not as large as this stuff. And plunder your silver. Comma. And plunder your gold. Period. For there is no limit. There is no limit to their plundering. So of every if I get rid of this, there's no limit from every kind, and then of everything, meaning they're bronze. There's the bronze at that time was reusable, so this is kind of what I'm putting in as things that who would be wealthy enough to carry away. So now that I've got that, Now I have to come all the way down here, put it here, and do it like that. Now I can get rid of all that crappy stuff. And now Nemo 1 and 2 to be truthful. A prophecy. And I'm going to put Assyria. Oh, Syria. I guess I got that right. That's the new change. A prophecy for Assyria. Our prophet, YV will not leave you unpunished. Who is strong will come against you, so gather your strength for my devastators. And you notice he's saying this not as our Creator said it, but he's summing up what our Creator said. And I found this a few times. So, YV will not leave you unpunished. Who is stronger will come, because this is pretty much against you. So gather your strength for his devastators. Well, this has to be his. His devastator will devastate yours. Their mighty men are warriors in shielding, flashing their swords and prepared to march. Then they will ladder your walls, and your gates will be opened. Their army will race madly in your cities. They will dash to and fro, not stumbling from their marching, as you are captured and stripped to be taken away as yours. As yours are captured and stripped to be taken away, then plunder your silver. Then plunder your silver, plunder your gold. For there is no limit from your everythings. I'm going to put S on the end. There is no limit from your, what would I say is every, from your abundance of things. There is no limit from your abundance of things. Now that was pretty cool. Now for the next step is to clean this up. That'd be down here. I get to strip off these numbers finally. Oops, no. Wrong key. That was some digging, but that's what the text is going to read and actually say. And now what I'm going to do next, I think I don't need to go over it too much more. So I will just grab what I've got here and then open up what I am compiling as a major text. And I need to go here. And this is the last battle for David here. But Assyria comes after Azar, who is a king. That all seems to be together. Now this is almost like a warning to Israel, or for Judah. Has appointed their ending. He has judged Israel. Okay. So if I'll just stick it here because I can play with it later. When I read it and I start putting things together and grouping them. But what I wanted to do was say, I have now put all these books together. And that's what's neat. All of them have the hidden format. Ezra was a scribe, prophet. Whoops. Daniel's a prophet. And I'm just going to bring it down here. Okay, because you can see that this is the only text we have from this prophet. His name might get changed, coming from like Micah or something. So, anyways, or Malachi, I think. I don't think I've done Micah yet. Okay, saved. So that'll be that. And that'll be the end of today's little session. And I need to, I guess, stop